Hey guys, what's up? Today I am going to be doing a full face of Drugstore makeup. I've got lots of things sitting in front of me. I tried to choose at least one thing from every category, and I also tried to think about oily to combination skin and also dry skin. So let's go ahead and play with this Drugstore makeup. So first I wanted to talk about primers. So I always wear sunscreen underneath my makeup every single day, especially in the summer because I'm outside often. I've not been able to use this for 9 months now because I'm pregnant and it is a chemical sunscreen. But I did use this for several months before I got pregnant. It is halfway gone. This is the e.l.f. Sun Touchable Whoa Glow SPF 30 sunscreen. It says sun protection and makeup primer. This has a little bit of a glow to it. I wonder if I can show you on my hand. And it also is slightly tinted. I don't think you can tell. But it blends out really well and it is very lightweight. And I really like wearing it beneath my makeup. Two more primers that I really enjoy are the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter and the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. These are very well loved. You can tell that this is very dirty. But for the girlies that have large pores, this Poreless Putty Primer is an excellent option. I just take a little bit on my finger and I press it into my pores right here. I'm not going to be using this today because I want a glowy base, especially because this pregnancy I've been dealing with dry skin. So I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is the shade 2, Fair Light. Some people use this all over as like a foundation. I think it looks weird as a foundation. Maybe it's just because I'm so pale. They are a lot darker than you would think that they are. So if you self-tan and your face is much more pale than your body, this is a good option for you. Oh, also, I'm using a Paw blender that I ordered from Amazon. I really like these, but my favorite are from e.l.f. I don't have any of those right now because I'm still working my way through this package. But I got a pack of 6 for $10 on Amazon. Okay, that is all blended out, and now I want to go in with foundation. You can see that it gave me a little bit of a glow. My favorite foundation is currently packed in my hospital bag for when I go into labor, and I don't feel like unpacking it, so I don't have it to show you, but it is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. It is very full coverage. It lasts all day long. It is very matte, so it works well, especially when I'm not pregnant because I have oily skin normally. So yeah, I use that one often. I've gone through 2 bottles of it, but here lately I've been using the Maybelline Super Stay 24-Hour Skin Tint. This has vitamin C in it. It is medium to full coverage. I'm not really sure why it's marketed as a skin tint because it definitely does more than just tint your skin. You'll see in just a second when I apply it. The shade that I have is 110. I also have a summer shade that is 118. I don't love this packaging. It's very messy because of this dropper. So instead of dropping it on my face, I just rub it like that. Always store this upright because if you try and lay it down, you're gonna have a mess on your hands. That is all blended in, and you can see that it gave me medium coverage. You can still see some of my freckles through it, but it does even out the skin tone and it does provide a pretty decent coverage. So now I'm gonna go in with concealer. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I have been using this for about a week now and I do really like it. I don't notice a difference really from the original one, but I also didn't get dried out from the original one because I have very oily under eyes. I know that they created this because people were saying that the original was drying them out, but it does not do that to me. And this is the shade Fair Warm. I have a lot of e.l.f. products in this video. You can see the difference. It is a very full coverage hydrating concealer. For cream blush, I really enjoy cream blush, so that's what I'm going to use today. I also have a powder blush option from the drugstore. But I've got the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. This is the shade Coral Crush. These are new. I featured these in my haul video that I posted previously. This is crazy pigmented. It is beautiful. I love the color on it. It's very long lasting, but it can be difficult to work with, especially if you are new to makeup or new to cream blush. How I like to apply this is by putting it on the back of my hand, putting it on my brush, and really working it into the brush. A little bit goes a long way, so this is probably going to last a very long time. This is very affordable, and they have a lot of different colors. If you are a beginner to makeup, I would suggest trying these Profusion cream blushes. These are the Profusion Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blushes. The shade I have is Bellini. I've had this for a very, very long time. It's almost out actually. But it has this cute little foam applicator on the tip. And I just put one dot on either side of my face. And it is pigmented enough that it's gonna last for a while on the skin, but it's not so pigmented that it's difficult to work with. I can apply this directly to my face and it blends out very easily, whereas the e.l.f. one, do not apply it directly to your face. Please, please, please apply it to the back of your hand or a palette or something, because it will go a little crazy on you. And for powder blush, I really like these from Milani. These are the Rose powder blushes. I have the shade Blossom Time Rose. I've owned this for a few years now. It's probably expired, but I really like it. It's just a pretty little rosy color. I will not be using this today because I really want to use the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. But I wanted to talk about these because Milani has really good blushes. This is a matte formula. They also have a very good shimmery, glowy formula if you want to try that. So like I said, apply just a little bit of this to the back of your hand. Like that much. There's a video on TikTok of a girl, I've seen so many people stitch it, trying to apply this brand new blush, and she goes a little overboard and she tries so hard to blend it out and she just can't. So please, please be cautious. Don't go heavy-handed. And see, you can always add more. I've used the majority of what's on the back of my hand and I want just a hint more. So I'm gonna add a tiny little bit and work it into my brush. I like blush, so I'm fine with super pigmented blushes. If you're not a blush girly, you probably won't like this. Okay. We are blushed out to the max. Now I'm going to set the face using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This is a luminous powder. Before I powder my face, I like to go in with my sponge and pat the creases that form underneath my eyes. I do have lines beneath my eyes, and if you don't pat out the creases before you powder, you will powder them on your face and it'll look awful. I always set my face with powder, but honestly, with this foundation, you don't have to. It does dry down very well, so if you have super dry skin, you really don't need to use a powder. As far as bronzer goes, I've not found a cream bronzer that I really enjoy from the drugstore, but I do have a powder bronzer. I don't have it with me at the moment because it's in my hospital bag, and I did not feel like unpacking it, but it is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. I have the shade 01 Sunlight. I've had it for so many years. I'm pretty sure that I've hit pan on it. I probably need to buy a new one, but I really love that one so much. But today I'm going to be using a different one, and it is not drugstore. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that, and then we'll come right back. For highlighter, I have 3 different kinds today. I've got the Essence Pure Nude highlighter in Be My Highlight. This is the one that I'm going to be using. It is a very subtle highlighter, and I really like that. The others that I will show you are a little bit more loomy and noticeable, but I wanted to use this one today. This has been around for a long time. This is not new. Another product that's been around for a long time is from Wet n Wild. These are the Mega Glow highlighting powders. I have the shades Precious Petals and Bloom Time. Precious Petals is very much a champagne colored highlight. I've had it for lots of years. I've hit pan on this and the packaging is broken. It's only held on by the sticker. But I love this so much that I went and bought a second shade, which is Bloom Time. It's a little more pinky. I really like this one a lot. It is very shimmery and reflective. It's not super natural looking, so if you prefer natural highlights, you probably won't like this. And then a new piece in my collection is from Moira. This isn't technically drugstore because I don't think that it's sold at drugstores, but it is an affordable brand. I just buy products directly from their website. But this is their Dreamlight highlighter in the shade Honeysuckle. This has a pinky champagne undertone. I'll swatch it right beneath Precious Petals. They're very similar, but this one is more pink. It is also very reflective. So if you like natural looking highlights, this is probably not for you. I would stick to the Essence one. At this point, I'm ready to work on my eyes, so I start with my brows first. I have 2 affordable brow products here. The Maybelline Express Brow Ultra Slim Pencil in the shade Soft Brown is what I use every single day, and I will be using it today as well. I really love this pencil. It's very affordable and it lasts me a pretty long time. If you're not a pencil girly, if you prefer gels, I would definitely invest in this brow tint pen from NYX. It is the Lift and Snatch brow tint pen. I have the shade Caramel. It just does really nice strokes. I'm obviously pushing too hard, but it has a very small felt tip and it's very pigmented. It doesn't bleed so much. I like it a lot, but I only use this whenever I want a more natural looking brow, and here lately I prefer a structured brow, so I'm going to use the Maybelline brow pencil. You can get almost all of these products from Walmart. A few of these products you have to purchase from their website, and some of these things I also got from Ulta, but if you can find them at Walmart, CVS, or Walgreens, it's a lot cheaper than purchasing it from Ulta. Now for eyeshadow, I couldn't just pick one eyeshadow palette. I tried really hard, but the Drugstore has definitely improved their formula over the last several years, and some eyeshadow palettes from Sephora and high-end makeup are crazy expensive, like $60 to $80, which is insane. These palettes are very affordable and they perform just as well as, if not better than, some high-end palettes. So I've talked a lot about Makeup Revolution. I talked about it in my last video that I had. This is a new palette to me, but I've been using it for a week now and I really enjoy it, especially this shimmer formula in here. There's a gorgeous glitter right here in the shade Empathy that I like. This is a more pinky toned palette. There are also some neutrals in here, but I really like this for the shimmers. The mattes are very blendable and long lasting, but I feel like the tones are not exactly what I prefer. I prefer warm tones that are darker because I usually do a smoky eye. So I'm not going to use this today, but I have been using it this week and I do enjoy it. Today I'm going to use a palette that I've not talked about for a couple years now. This is the Going Coconuts palette from ColourPop. ColourPop is my all-time favorite affordable makeup brand. Their palettes are very consistent as far as quality, and this is one of my favorite palettes. I really like the 9-pan palettes because that's really all you need if you're doing a simple everyday eye look, and this one has a mirror. Some of them don't, but they fit really nicely in my organizer, so I'm going to be using this today. There's a couple other eye products that I wanted to talk about. This is another Moira product. This is their Diamond Days Liquid Shadow in the shade Goodness. This is gorgeous, let me just say. Look at that. It's a very pinky liquid shadow. It is super pigmented. You can blend it out if you don't want it to be super pigmented on your lid, but it dries down really fast. It does not crease and it lasts all day. Sometimes I like to put it in the inner corner as a highlighter, but this is definitely where it's at. And I don't know how many shades of these they have, but they have a ton. I would love to buy some more. You can also buy every shade that they have, but I think it's like $60 because there are seriously so many shades. So I just bought this one to try it. It is well worth the money that I paid, which I think was only $3 maybe. It's excellent. Also from ColourPop, if you're into single shadows, these right here are my two favorites. I've got the Super Shock Shadow in Frog, which is a purpley color. I've hit pan on it. This has lots of shimmer to it. I've had it for a very long time. It's really good as a topper, so a lot of the time I will go down with a lighter colored base and then I will add this on top. So that's the shade Frog. The other shade that I love is Amaze. It is a champagne color. It's actually kind of like a bronzy tone. And this is a newer item in my collection. And it has more pigment. Just look at how gorgeous that is. I love it. These are super affordable and they have a ton of different shades. This is not a new formula by any means. The Super Shock shadows have been around for a very long time, but they're definitely worth it. So you should try it out if you haven't. I'm gonna do an eye look using the Going Coconuts palette. I'm gonna go into the shade Lovely Bunch right here and apply that to the crease. I'm really gonna build up the crease and upper crease of my eye because I have hooded eyes. So I like to blend it out with my eyes open. I'm gonna take this shredded shade right below it and I'm gonna blend up toward the brow bone. And now I'm gonna go in with this shade called Get Crackin'. It is a matte shade with a little bit of shimmer in it. I like the tone and undertone of this. These eyeshadows blend so well. And if you blend it out, you can't really see the shimmer in it. So I would typically go in with this middle shade right here called Cocoa Crush, but I'm not really feeling that shade today. So I think I'm actually gonna go in with ColourPop Amaze and apply that all over the lid. Just kind of difficult to do with my long nails. If you're doing a super glittery eye look, it's a good idea to do your eyeshadow first. I almost never do my eyeshadow first, especially on a day-to-day basis. So I will just take a brush and sweep away any glitter fallout that I got. Which really isn't a whole lot. And I'm gonna take a small flat brush like this. And I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Precious Petals. And I'm gonna apply that to the inner corner and brow bone. So there you have it, a very simple eyeshadow look. So now that I'm done with my eyeshadow, I wanna apply some eyeliner. I don't wear eyeliner every single day, but I do sometimes. These ColourPop Cream Gel liners are really, really good. They're waterproof and they stay in the waterline for a long time. The shade that I'm gonna use today is called Honey Dude. And it is just a neutral tone. It makes the eyes look awake. I own the black one as well, but I don't wear black eyeliner very often just because I want to look more awake. Now what I like to do is I actually curl my lashes and put on setting spray before I put on mascara. I find that if I spray setting spray after mascara, sometimes it can be messy and it can get everywhere. So the setting spray I'm going to use is new to me. I've used it for about a week now. This is from NYX. It's the Marshmallow Setting Spray. I like this a lot. It's only been a week, but it definitely has a matte finish. It makes my makeup last for a really long time. It has a sweet smell to it. The only downside is that it sprays like violently. I'm not used to that at all. But other than that, everything else I like about it. Another setting spray that I like from the drugstore is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. But I don't have that right now, so that's why I'm not using it. It is also a very long-lasting setting spray, but it has a nicer mist on it, if you're curious. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that before I talk about mascara. Gosh, it's like a squirt gun to your face. And as that dries down, I like to go in with my sponge and just press it into the skin and meld those powders together that I used. Mascara, I have two different ones. One that is new to me and one that is not so new. So the one that I've loved for so many years is from L'Oreal. It is the Lash Paradise mascara. This one has a very chunky wand and I like the bristles on it. It is very voluminous and I don't notice any smudging or flaking with it. So this has been a tried and true formula for me for a couple years. But recently I bought this in my Ulta haul. This is the L'Oreal Panorama mascara. I don't love this type of applicator because it's a plastic applicator. It has very sharp bristles, so you have to be careful that you don't poke your eye. But I do like the formula. I also haven't noticed it smudging or flaking on me, but I've only been using it for 1 week. This gives me very lifted, voluminous lashes, and I like it a lot. It's also really easy to go into the lower lash line because the tip is much thinner than the base. So there's the before and after. You can definitely see that it's lifting and thickening my lashes. I only use 1 coat. I don't like to use multiple coats because I find that it's very heavy and can get, I don't mean this specific mascara, but if I use 2 coats on any mascara, it gets heavy and clumpy, and I just don't love that look. And last but most certainly not least, lip products. Let me wipe away any foundation that got on the lips. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I don't wear a lip product every single day, so this is not the easiest category for me because there's just not a whole lot that I have tried, especially lip liner wise. I really enjoy this NYX lip liner. This is the shade Natural, so that's what I'm gonna use today. But typically I'll just wear a balm. This has a very pinky undertone, so it doesn't really go with my eye look very well. But I'm gonna go on top of it with the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in the shade Pink Quartz. I really like this lip oil. This is a new product from e.l.f. and it's really nice. So that's one of the lip combinations that I do sometimes. I am not typically a lip liner, lip oil girly. Like I said, I normally just wear like a tinted lip balm. Some days when I have a special occasion, I do want a long-lasting liquid lipstick. These vinyl inks from Maybelline last forever, so I'm not gonna put it on my lips. It also doesn't really go with my makeup today. This is the shade Peachy. I like the applicator. It's very small, so if you have small lips like me, it's really easy to apply. Once this dries down, it does not come off whatsoever. My sister swears by these. She is the opposite of me. She only wears lipstick and mascara, no other makeup, and she has gorgeous skin. She does not need it, and she's really just not interested in it, surprisingly enough, because I love it and have a huge collection. But she really enjoys this specific formula, so I got it at her suggestion, and I definitely utilize it a lot, especially if I'm at a wedding or some sort of big event where I'm going to be eating. This lasts for a really long time. Another ColourPop product that I like for the lips are the lippy sticks. This is my favorite shade. It's the Oh Snap shade. This is a matte formula. It is not super drying. It lasts for a pretty long time, and I really like the packaging. It's really nice to slip into my purse and take anywhere, and this is a very pretty mauve-y shade. I also am not going to wear that today. What I really want to wear is this formula from Milani. These are, what are these? I don't remember what they're called. They're the Milani matte lipsticks. I have the shade Tease and Pleasure. Pleasure is a more pinky tone, nude. I don't wear pinky tone nudes very often. I prefer brown tone nudes. It's very similar in color to the ColourPop Lippy Stick. This is a matte formula, but it's very comfortable. It's like a velvet matte. This is my favorite shade. This is Tease. See, it's a very warm toned brown color. And it goes really well with most of the eyeshadow looks that I wear. So those are my favorite lip products. I also enjoy the new NYX Fat Oil Slick Click that I bought in my Ulta haul. It's in my purse. I've literally been wearing that every single day since I bought it, and it does not leave my purse. So you should definitely invest in those if you haven't already. I hope that I covered enough. I had a lot to talk about and go through. All of these products I have used on a frequent basis. Most of these have been holy grails of mine for several years, and I like the look that I was able to create with them. If you know of anyone in your life who maybe is just starting to get interested in makeup, or if you have a teenager that wants to buy makeup, you do not have to go to Sephora and spend hundreds of dollars on a full face. You can just go to Walmart and you can use any of this. A lot of these perform as good as or better than high end, and they're very affordable. So I really enjoy them, and I hope that you try them if you have not already. If there's something that you swear by that I didn't mention, please leave a comment because I would be interested in trying some more. Like I said, I'm really interested in drugstore makeup lately. I'm trying to expand my collection a little bit, broaden my horizons. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!